everybody, it is currently the 2nd of April at 1 o'clock in the morning. I cannot sleep, so I just decided to do this vlog, especially after like a huge day. Like, it was probably the longest day of my life, probably. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly run through like 4 things I think it is today. So like, one, something to do with my parents. Secondly, my university day today, and my debating tonight, etc. And then a sad news, well, like sad news in the way that some cancellations are being made to my European trip, which I'm really disappointed about. But life is life, and that's what I do with it. So let me just go upon this first point, which is basically like my parents last night came home and they're like, "Yeah, Kenny, you know what? Your mum and I have decided we're gonna go for a little retreat for a couple of days. Your mother's taking the week off, and so we're gonna go to Perugian like that." And I was like, "Well, am I coming along?" He's like, no. You got university, so you're gonna stay here by yourself." And at first you're like, "Yeah, sick. You get to spend 3-4 days by yourself." But then we also do homestay, so that's basically international students come over and live at our place, and they basically pay as well for their meals and everything like that. So that means I have to do sandwiches for them every evening, and especially today I came home at 11 at night and I had to make like 4 sandwiches for them. So that was like a bit of a bitch for me to come back home and do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to do sandwiches and prepare food and all that for the next 3 days. So that's gonna be a pain in the ass, but let's see how it goes. It's gonna be pretty fun. So yeah, they decided to go for 3 days like that, and I was like last night, and I was like, well, okay, thanks for the big warning. But anyway, it's pretty cool. So I get to do whatever I want whenever I want, but that doesn't change much. So it wouldn't have changed anything anyways. So yeah, other than that, today my day at university was really long. So my parents left at around 10 o'clock. I left for transport. Actually, I left at around 10:30. Had to go buy a couple of IG gift cards for a couple of mates that had their birthdays recently and all that sort of stuff. So I ended up getting to uni. Come through my writing lecture. Now, in the middle of my writing lecture, I turn on my computer and everything, and all of a sudden it just starts turning off randomly, like clicking off, and I'm like, fuck, what is going on here? I thought I was out of battery, so I put my charger in and all that sort of stuff. Does the same thing, just keeps switching off, like about 3-4 minutes out of it, and it switches off. So like in that 3-4 minutes, I'm quickly frantically typing, why is my Toshiba not staying on? And it turns out it's like an overheating issue. So I ended up like being like an idiot and giving like CPR to my tablet, like blowing into it and like and it's really awkward, like in the middle of the lecture, and ended up working like for 10 minutes, 15 minutes I got out of it, and then it just kept popping like that. It was really pissing me off, and so I'd go from my writing lecture to my journalism lecture and doing the same thing. So I spent the whole day writing on paper, which isn't that big of a deal anyway. So, and then I had like an hour's break, and I'm going like, let's try and fix this issue. So I'm in the middle of the Student Learning Center, SLC. I'm again giving CPR to my laptop, and I managed to get 20 minutes out of it, and it just died. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. And then I had my polls lecture, was political science, and I just went, we're just going to do this on paper, I'm not going to bother with a computer or anything, and that went from 3 to 5. Then I had my tute for political science. That was really fun. My tute group is amazing, got really some nice people in there and everything, really awesome. Our tutor is amazing as well. Like it's just everybody's like so casual about like liberalism and everything. Like we did conservatism today, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. And like ended up having one conservative person, and she ended up being a Chinese lady, and like there was nothing wrong with that. She just held conservative values, and we were like, okay, cool. And we do it. Nobody actually really cares. Nobody judges, and that's really awesome. I really like it. And after political science, what happened? Yeah, I went to the Red Room with a couple of mates. Well, one mate and his mates, and then we had debating for the rest of the night. And I'm in this really good team for Easter's. So Easter's is going to be that week in Melbourne that I keep referring to all the time. And I'm actually looking forward to that, because like tonight we went on debate by 2 points as well, because it's the first round of internals. So it's like an internal competition, and so we won that. I actually spoke alright. Like the topic was like that we should legalize doping in sport, I think like that. And yeah, my entire points was like save the children and Like, I didn't say win the debate, but we won the debate on that point because the others can prove that like children would safely be able to consume drugs and like performance enhancing drugs. So we kind of won on that side, but otherwise I'm pretty sure I was the shittest out of my team. But it doesn't matter. I don't really care. It's for the fun and really to improve. And yeah, definitely because like my pro was way better than me. And then you got uh, Charles. He's like really good. He's a really good third speaker, and then there's me like I was second, and that was alright. So anyway, we won by 2 points. We were really happy, and I ended up going home by myself this time because one of my mates dogged me because he normally goes back to Chermside with me all the time, but he didn't. And so I ended up back here at around 11:15, 11:30 at night, doing sandwiches, doing my bed, doing everything I should have done like today, but I didn't have time because my parents weren't here. And so yeah, I'm done doing this blog at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now the really sad news that I have for my own sake, about my European trip. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going in July to Europe to do my like regular visits to go see my family in France all the time. Yeah, I am French. And we were planning this year to take both my grandmas to Amsterdam, hence the shirt. Yay. Anyway, hence the shirt. To Amsterdam, visit for a couple of days, like as an entire collective Arcangeli Thorol family. And because my grandma passed away recently, uh, my other grandma doesn't really want to go because it kind of defeats the purpose of both families together. My dad doesn't have not the balls, but he just doesn't want to go sentimentally, and I totally understand that. I'm really disappointed because I really wanted to go to Amsterdam, but I understand the situation that everyone else is in, and I understand how like upset they would probably be by going up there by themselves. I did propose to go with just mum and myself, or dad and myself, but that's just the idea behind it was to go with the grandmas. When we go to France, we don't go for tourism, we mainly go for family in reasons. So I'll be spending like a week in Nice trying to help like refurbish my grandma's apartment, my late grandma's apartment, and all that sort of stuff. And then go back to my other living grandma, spend a lot of time with her because yeah, she's being really affected by old age, but that doesn't really matter. And so I think that is basically it. So I'm really sad about Amsterdam, but that's fine. We're still going to London though, so that's pretty good. Dad and myself, yeah, we'll be going to London. Maybe with mum, I don't know yet. And that's basically all I have to say. Probably do another vlog tomorrow about how fucked I am for multiple things. But yeah, anyway, so see you guys.